Hello everyone, I'm Preeti ma'am. Welcome to my channel Mother's Touch. How are you all doing? I hope all are doing fine. Watching this video, I assure you will be the master of that concept. So today, you are going to be the master of Chapter 10, Motion and Measurement of Distances. Let's start interestingly by discussing about summer vacation. All prefer to go to your native or plan for tour. So you book train, bus, car according to the distance you have to go. If you plan to go to other countries, then it is apt to book flights. Going to other states, it is apt to book trains. Nearby places, car or bus is okay. You go by bicycles only in local areas. So all these matters with the distance and measurements. Let us now think of how early people travel from one place to another place. Story of transport. Early men used to move only on foot and carry goods on their back. Later they used some animals like elephant, donkeys, camels to carry the loads. For transportation through water, people learned to arrange the pieces of wood in the shape imitating the shape of aquatic animals. The invention of wheel made a great change in the modes of transport. Bullock carts, tonga, rickshaws were used by the people which moved on wheels. The invention of the steam engine by 19th century led to the new means of transport. Railroads are made all over to travel in steam engines. Motor cars, trucks and buses were also invented as a land transport. Motorboats and ships were used as means of transport on water. Aeroplanes and spacecrafts were some of the contributions of 20th century. Can you list some of the early mode of transport that is not in use today? Yes, you are right. Human-driven rickshaws, cycle rickshaws, palanquin, wooden rafts are not in use today. Some places we can find bullock carts and tongas rarely. How wide is this desk? The daily activities of going to school, office or to any workplace, we must take up a mode of transport. This can be possible only if we know the distance. We prefer bicycle to school only if the distance is about 1 or 2 kilometers. We cannot prefer going by bicycle if it is more than 2 kilometers every day. So, how would you know the distance without measuring? Here comes the significance of measurement. Measurement is important for picking up a mode of transport, for purchasing things that fix the space, and for wearing a fitting dress, etc. So, the measurement has to be done for the distances between two places. The two places can either be very close like the edge of the table or it can be far apart like Jammu and Kanyakumari. The measurement is done in many ways. The length and breadth of the room can be measured by foot. The length of the foot varies between you and your brother and sister. The length and width of the table can be measured by hands, that is handspan. The length of the handspan may also be small or big than yours. You can also measure the length and breadth of the table by using the thread. The length of the curved shape can be measured by placing the thread on that shape from one end to the other end. So these measurements are not standard as they differ from one person to another. Therefore, some standard unit of measurements are needed that do not change for anyone. Measurement means the comparison of an unknown quantity with some known quantity. This known fixed quantity is called as a unit. The unit is expressed in two parts. First part is the number and second part is the unit of measurement. For example, the length of the room is found to be 9 length of my foot. Then 9 is the number and the foot length is the unit selected for the measurement. In ancient times, the body ruled when it came to measuring. The length of the foot, the width of the finger, the distance of the steps were all accepted as measurements. Span, the length of the hand stretched out. A cubit is the length from the elbow to the fingertip. It was used in Egypt and followed in other parts of the world. Foot is also used in different parts of the world. Yard of the cloth is the distance between the end of the outstretched arm and their chin. Pace is the double steps. An inch was the width of the man's thumb. In ancient India, small measurements were used as angul or mutti. However, every man's body can be of different sizes. Standard units of measurements. In 1790, the French created a standard unit of measurement called the metric system. Then, scientists all over the world accepted a set of standard unit of measurement, that is SI unit. SI unit is International System of Unit. What is SI unit? It is International System of Unit. Each meter is divided into 100 equal divisions called centimeter. That is, 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. Each centimeter is divided into 10 equal divisions known as millimeter. That is, 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter. To measure larger unit of length, meter is not convenient. So, we use larger unit of length called kilometer. 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. Correct measurement of length. We need to know the correct way of measuring lengths and distances. In taking the measurement of a length, we need to take care of the following 3 things. Firstly, place the scale in contact with the object along its length. Secondly, you should avoid taking measurements with the broken scale. Thirdly, correct position of the eye is also important. Your eye must be exactly in front of the point where the measurement is to be taken. The zero of the scale must coincide with the starting point of an object to be measured. The reading of the scale coinciding at the end point of an object must be noted, and that is the correct measurement. Measuring the length of a curved line. We cannot measure the length of a curved line directly by using the meter scale. We can use a thread to measure the length of a curved line. First, put a knot on the thread and place the knot on the starting point of the curved line. Move your thumb with the thread along the curved line. Go on till the end point and make a mark on the thread where it touches the end point. Now, stretch the thread along a meter scale. Measure the length between the knot in the beginning and the final mark on the thread. This gives the length of the curved line AB. Error corrections. The results in the column 2 is different from each other as the length of the hand span is different for different students. But look at the results in column 3. Why are they different? Why are they not exactly equal? After all, everybody is using the same meter scale. This could be due to small errors in taking up the observations. In higher classes, you will learn about the importance of knowing and handling such errors in measurements. The length measurement table. Basically, we have 7 units to measure the length. In that, meter is the international system of unit, and there are millimeter, centimeter and decimeter below meter, that is smaller units, and decameter, hectometer and kilometer above meter, they are bigger units. We have to denote decimeter as dm and decameter as dam. Remember a simple thing for conversion of units. It is BSM for bigger to smaller units, that is always multiplication. B for bigger, S for smaller and M for multiplication. So remember BSM always. It is naturally then opposite, that is division for smaller to bigger units. How to convert a meter to centimeter? Firstly, we must think what is the unit given and what it should be converted. If meter is given, meter is the basic unit and centimeter is the smallest unit. So the conversion is from bigger unit to smaller unit. Just playfully, you can remember BSM always. What is BSM? B is for big unit, S is for smaller unit and M is for multiplication. That is BSM. When you have to convert meter to centimeter, it is from bigger unit to smaller unit. So it is always BSM. You have to write the table to your right side. Millimeter, centimeter, decimeter, meter, decameter, hectometer and kilometer. Each unit is greater by 10 equal divisions. So we have to write 10 in between each unit. Now check the Meter to centimeter. We already know meter. Then we get decimeter. Then we get centimeter. So there are two tens in between. You take into multiplication. 10 into 10 is 100. So 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. What will be the 5 meters then? 5 meter is equal to 5 into 100, that is 500 centimeter. Simple. Let us try with another sum from kilometer to meter. What you have to do first is you have to think whether it is a bigger unit to smaller unit. Yes, then it is BSM. Write the table to the side. Find from kilometer to meter. So kilometer to hectometer, hectometer to decameter, and decameter to meter. So we have 10 into 10 into 10, that is 1000. So 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. Then what will be 8 kilometer? 8 kilometer will be 8 into 1000, that is 8000 meters. Can you try with another sum? 4 hectometer to decimeter. I think you have finished it by now. Your answer is 4000 decimeter. You're right. Let us see how to convert 6000 meters to kilometers. Here first we must find out whether it is BSM. No, it is not BSM because it is from smaller unit to bigger unit. So smaller unit to bigger unit is not multiplication, it is division. Keeping this in mind, you have to write the tables to the right side and write 10 equal divisions in between each unit. That is millimeter, centimeter, decimeter, meter, decameter, hectometer and kilometer. Now, how many tens from meters to kilometers? From meter to decameter it is 10, and decameter to hectometer it is 10, and hectometer to kilometer it is one more 10. So it is 10 into 10 into 10, that is 1000. One meter is equal to 1 by 1000 kilometers. So 6000 meters is equal to 6000 by 1000, that is equal to 6 kilometers. Higher order thinking questions. What are basic SI units? There are 7 basic SI units. The SI unit of length is meter. The SI unit of mass is kilogram. The SI unit of time is seconds. The SI unit of electric current is ampere. The SI unit of temperature is Kelvin. The SI unit of luminous intensity is candela. The SI unit of amount of substance is the mole. What is the instrument used to measure the thickness of an object? Screw gauge. Its working principle is screw. We cannot measure the thickness of an object using normal scale. We need to measure correctly and get accurate result. This is possible only in screw gauge. To measure with an accuracy of 0.001 centimeter. Screw gauge can be used to measure the diameter of the wire and also the thickness of the paper, etc. What is the another instrument used to measure the smallest circular objects, internal diameter, length, width, height of some rectangular blocks, etc.? Vernier caliper, its working principle is scale. The main scale reading is in millimeters. It can measure the smallest length with more accuracy. Example, it can measure the length and width and height of the rectangular blocks. It can also measure the internal diameter and depth of the beaker and its volume too. I hope you like Mother's Touch. So click on like button and subscribe my channel. Thank you for watching.